Business Transformation Fireside Chat series with Cisco and Inflow. I'm Simpson, and I'm excited to introduce you to this specifically curated series of conversations where we explore top business priorities and the technologies that can help achieve them. In this Fireside Chat, we will talk about customer experience and partner transformation. As we know, customer experience is pivotal to business growth, and partner-driven transformation in customer experience can go a long way in enabling businesses to take the leap into hybrid future. So let's explore how Cisco and Inflow can help enable businesses with flexible solution stack that are fit for future. Today, we're going to hear from Ashok Shivshankar, Director, Services Sales at Cisco, Panish PK, Managing Director, India Channel Sales at Cisco, Pramod Menon, Managing Director, APJC Distribution at Cisco, and Santosh Sankuni, Vice President, Managing Cisco Business at Inflow Technologies, who will be helping us to moderate the session today. Handing it over to Santosh to kickstart this engaging conversation.
Thank you, Simpson, and welcome back to the Business Transformation Fireside Chat with Cisco and Inflow. So without much ado, let's start with Pramod. So Pramod, over the last few years, we have seen Cisco investing strongly for a customer experience, right? Yeah. So over the last few years, so how do you see the trends of how the customer experience is going from here, right? Because we have covered some, we have come a long way, and I think it's getting even more critical, right? So moving forward, how do you see the whole journey going from here?
Yeah, sure. So as we talked earlier, what's the objective of the whole customer experience framework? It's to transform that eventual customer experience and get them to unlock the maximum value from the technology investments they have made with Cisco.
True.
So that's the underlying primary goal. Now, how do we do this? And again, as a very valued Cisco partner for many years, you would have also watched how Cisco's portfolio has transformed to software.
Absolutely.
Increasingly recurring offers. So the whole experience becomes even more important than ever in the past.
True.
So with that as the context, how do we achieve this? As you mentioned, we have done a lot of investments over the last few years. We think that we have a state of readiness which is much better than what we had even in the very recent past.
True.
So what's our strategy here is invest through digital platforms. And there are two which I would like to mention.
Sure.
One is the customer-facing one, the CX Cloud, and then the partner-facing one called PX Cloud.
Right.
And the common factor is that X. So experience is really the unifying thread across all of these strategies. And what comes out of this is we apply as much intelligence, analytics, to ensure that the customer gets the best insights on what's available already in his network, so that you can unlock the maximum value out of what his existing investments are. And if you're a partner, including being a distributor, you get that insights for your customer set.
True.
So then you can really be a true partner to go and work with your customer to ensure that we are educating them on what is possible with his existing infrastructure. And in that process, always we unlock opportunity for further upsell and further optimization. So that's really what is going to come.
Sure.
Specifically from a distribution point of view, we do expect to have significant more additional investments and acceleration of that journey for our distributors. So for example, I talked about PX Cloud. We would expect to have more distribution facing modules within that digital suite of platform we have. And then that will allow, for example, a distributor to aggregate the information for a few set of partners whom you are supporting, and even potentially offering customer success as a service to them. So I think, has got tremendous benefits for everybody in the value chain. Ultimately, we're all existing to serve the customer. So for the customer, you get maximum value out of their existing investments and potentially new investment opportunities with Cisco. For the partner, it improves the stickiness, allows them to be close to the customer and stay with the customer in every turn of their technology lifecycle. And for distributor, it allows us to also become more relevant to the partner, because you're giving the power of analytics and insights to ensure that you are all operating at a level which is at its best from a customer point of view. So we are very excited about what's in store for us. I think I would say a journey well begun is half done. So we are there, but I think there's a lot more excitement in store for us in the next 18 months.
Fantastic. Yeah. Thanks, Pramod. So it looks like the X is really the X factor here. I think it looks like that's what things are turning out to. So Cisco has always been a leader in being proactive, right? And you've always been ahead of the curve in responding or reacting to how the market is changing, right? And so in that perspective, with respect to the industry changes which is happening, Cisco solutions are increasingly moving towards software, right? That's how it is, and it's really accelerated over the last couple of years. So, as a leader, how important is an enterprise agreement, right, for a customer, especially from a partner transformation standpoint, right? So EA again is the buzzword, right? So how important is EA?
In fact, it's my favorite byline as well when it comes to enterprise agreements, in terms of saying it's easy to buy, easy to consume, easy to manage. And those three words, so to say, define what we are talking about, right, for customers specifically.
Absolutely.
So it's available across our portfolio, from networking infrastructure all the way to services, security, collaboration, applications as well.
Sure.
More importantly, it gives a lot of flexibility to customers, right, in terms of aligning their investments for today where they see growth, and then realigning that to another area tomorrow, where they might need it. The efficiency part of it is, I think, well understood in terms of having the single contract, co-termed. We've had examples, Santosh, of customers who had DNA licenses coming up for renewals every 2 weeks for the next 2 years.
Wow. Okay.
And so there's no way for customers like that to renew it and have a single contract. It's a pain for them to manage. It's difficult for partners. It's difficult for us.
True.
Right? So an enterprise agreement framework that way solves a lot of these inefficiencies that are there and gives the customer something that's really easy to manage. Of course, with the added advantage of financial predictability, right? You're aware of not to exceed pricing and all of that. If I flip it a little bit from a partner's perspective, again, we've had several examples where, this whole stickiness of EAs gets demonstrated, right? We've had partners who've closed, let's say, an EA with a customer for a particular part of our security portfolio. Within 3 or 4 months, they've been able to go to the customer, explain the value of another portfolio, let's say a Duo or an Umbrella, and stitch an EA there as well. So what I'm trying to say is, one, the ability to upsell is much higher when we have an enterprise agreement. And of course, probably the most important fact in terms of it being very, very sticky for partners themselves, right?
True.
It's very difficult for someone to displace you if you have an enterprise agreement with a customer.
Absolutely.
Right? And the third part, going back to our earlier comment around renewals as well, what we've seen, at least at a high level, our enterprise agreement renewal rates are upwards of 80%, which means if you sell an EA once and you do all the right things, because the customers invested as well along with you in the journey,
True.
the renewal's guaranteed. And like I said, there's expansion opportunities everywhere. And so for all the right reasons, I would say profitability, stickiness, predictability, EA is the way to go for our partners. And they can leverage the capability that our distributors have built, to close some of these deals. We are no longer looking at partners individually to get trained and, develop all the capabilities on their own.
Yeah.
They can leverage the investments that you've made and really grow this business for themselves.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a scalable model also, right? So fantastic. Yeah. Thank you, Ashok. Thank you very much. So Panish, back to you again. So how is Cisco planning to leverage the growth potential that's there in the India market, right? And contributes to its digital transformation. Well, I think it's an important message which is coming from the government. Cisco has played a very important role in understanding those needs and contributing to that journey, right? So what's your view?
I think digital transformation of India also dovetails very well to Cisco's purpose of powering an inclusive future for all.
Sure.
Because for a developing country like India, problems at scale can be addressed only through digital solutions.
Absolutely.
And hence, Digital India and digital transformation of India is actually an imperative for India's growth. And at Cisco, we truly believe in the potential of India. You might have heard from the recent announcements that we made during our CEO and chairman's visit to India last month. We are also going to manufacture in India.
True.
And Cisco operates in the critical infrastructure space. With a very aggressive push on developing the digital infrastructure and making digital solutions accessible to every single citizen in India, I think the growth potential is immense. I think this decade truly belongs to India. This can be India's story. And there is potential for partners across the customer pyramid. You look at the top enterprises in India, the banks are going through a major modernization drive. At the bottom end of the pyramid, if you look at the SMB space, a recent study told us that there are at least 15 lakh SMBs in India which are ready to adopt a Cisco technology today.
Wow.
There is a lot of headroom to grow, and we are bringing in disruptive changes to our go-to-market designs to cater and reach these millions of customers in India, and we can't do it without partners.
True.
In fact, in both our commercial mid-market segment and our SMB segment, most of the work we look forward to partners to do, and we will definitely stand behind our partners to support them to conclude the sale in the most satisfactory manner. So I would just end by saying that there couldn't have been a better market to be in and a better time to be in this market for partners. And we are a partner-first company. There is tremendous potential across every customer vertical. Like I said, from the top enterprises, including service providers with the 5G rollouts happening.
True.
There's tremendous services opportunities for partners there. So from the top enterprises to what we call as the middle tier or the commercial accounts, and to the vast ocean of small and medium business customers. So I would like to, on behalf of Cisco, invite partners to come and participate in this amazing, probably a once in a lifetime kind of a growth opportunity.
Absolutely right. Yeah. Thank you, Panish. I think you really summed it up well, right? It's definitely exciting times for us to be in India, right? So thank you, Pramod. Thank you, Ashok. Thank you, Panish. I think it's very, very informative. I really enjoyed hosting all of you. Thank you all for joining us on this series. Now, stay tuned for the next series on this business transformation fireside chat between Cisco and Inflow. Thank you very much.